Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really steering your decisions? I mean, really. There's this unseen force, right? An invisible script that kind of guides every thought, feeling, and choice you make. So many of us go through life on autopilot, and we don't even realize we're living out a story that we never consciously wrote for ourselves. Okay, let's dive into this and figure out how we can take back the pen. The philosopher Alan Watts asked this question that just gets right to the heart of everything. He said, in every family, there's a narrative, a story being told, a thread that weaves through all the generations. And the most powerful question you can possibly ask is, can I be the one to change this story? So just take a second. What are the patterns in your own life? Is the story one of constant struggle? Or maybe it's about avoiding conflict at all costs? Or that deep down belief that real success is meant for other people, not you? Just seeing those patterns, that's the first absolutely crucial step. And this story we're talking about, it's so much more than just a collection of memories. It's the core belief system that literally shapes your reality. It's the lens you see the entire world through, and, maybe most importantly, how you see yourself. This isn't just some philosophical idea either. Psychologists actually have a name for it: narrative identity. It's this living, breathing story we build about ourselves to make sense of everything, to connect our past, our present, and our future into one single cohesive story. Or, to put it really simply, like Tony Robbins does, it's just the set of beliefs you have about your life and who you are. This story defines what you think you're capable of, for sure. But here's the kicker. It also defines what you think you can't do. And you can really see the difference right here. On one side, you've got the limiting story. It's built on what psychologist Martin Seligman calls the 3 Ps. The story tells you that any problem is permanent. It's never going away. It's pervasive. It's going to ruin everything in your life. And it's personal. It's all your fault. But just look at the other side. The empowering story completely flips the script. The problem is just temporary. It's a specific challenge, not a life ruiner. And it's an opportunity to grow. See? The language you use, it changes everything. So the big question is, how does a story, which is just an idea, right? How does that become so powerful that it runs our entire lives on autopilot? Let's get into how these narratives get so deeply ingrained that they become habits we don't even think about. I absolutely love this metaphor. Just picture your brain as a field of dirt. If you walk across it once, you're not going to see a trail. But what if you walk that same exact route every single day for months? Yeah, a path gets worn right in. Well, our brains work the exact same way, creating these deep, deep neural pathways for our habits. And listen, this isn't just a nice little metaphor. There is hard science behind this. Research in behavioral science shows us precisely how our repeated thoughts and actions get hardwired in our brains and become totally automatic. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you repeat an action in the same context. Let's say, grabbing a snack every time you sit down on the couch. Step 2, your brain starts to link the cue, the couch, with the response, eating the snack. And finally, boom, the action becomes automatic. Pretty soon, the couch itself starts to trigger the urge for a snack, and you're not even making a conscious decision anymore. So here's the crucial takeaway. Your core beliefs, your story, they turn into these automatic scripts. You end up reading lines and performing actions without even realizing the play has started. But, and this is the most important part of this whole explainer, you are not stuck with that script. The story is not set in stone. You can become aware of it, and you can choose to change it. This right here, this is the turning point. That's it, right there. This is the moment of power. It all starts with a simple but profound decision. A decision to take full ownership of your own story. You decide that from this point forward, you are the author. Tony Robbins just nails it with this quote. It's about a fundamental shift in your identity. You have to literally divorce the old story that holds you back and marry the truth that your potential is not defined by anything that's happened in your past. Okay, so how do you actually do it? Well, it all begins with 3 critical shifts in your mindset. First, radical self-awareness. That means looking inward and being brutally honest about the stories you're telling yourself. Second, take responsibility. You have to recognize that you're not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your future. And third, find the gift. This is huge. It's changing your whole perspective to see that even the tough stuff is happening for you as a chance to grow. All right, once you've got that new mindset, you need a practical plan, right? So this is your author's toolkit. Think of it as a playbook for actively, consciously rewriting your script. First things first, change your stage. Research shows that it's easiest to change your behavior during a big life change, like moving. They call it the habit discontinuity effect. But you can create this yourself just by re-engineering your space. Want to eat healthier? Put a big bowl of fruit right on the counter and hide the junk food. The key is to make your desired habits super easy and your old ones super hard. Next up, you've got to rehearse your new lines. Author Leo Babauta has this great idea of creating a practice container, a specific, set time each day to just focus on one new habit. Decide on the new, helpful action you want to do instead. Then, the moment you catch yourself about to do the old habit, you consciously switch to the new one. And then you repeat, repeat, repeat. That is how you wear a new, better path into the dirt of your brain. And finally, this is where all this hard work becomes truly amazing. Rewriting your personal script, it's not just about you. It creates this profound ripple effect that goes way beyond your own life.
Seriously, every single choice you make, every old pattern you decide to break, it sends these little ripples out into your family, your community, even into the future. Your personal transformation actually becomes an act of service to others.
Just think about it for a second. When you change, the whole dynamic of your family has to adjust around you. You become a living, breathing example that change is possible, which creates a whole new template for other people. You're not just changing your life, you are literally creating a new legacy for everyone who comes after you. So we end right back where we started. You are holding the pen. Your past? That was just the prologue. The most important chapters of your life are the ones you haven't even written yet. The only question left is, what story will you write next?